see if he picks up the throttle early this time like he did the last time.
He sure did. And Castroneves has lost a lot of ground to him. He picked it up real early.
Look at Giafone. He looks to the inside of Castroneves. Doesn't have the room to make the move. White flag will be unfurled the next time by, and Larry, I think you're right. I don't think anybody's going to catch Tony Kanaan.
Well, Tony Kanaan, he had the fastest race car. He knew if he had a good restart, he was going to win this race. So he made sure he got a good restart by getting into the throttle, going into turn 3. He didn't give anybody any kind of a chance to get a jump on him.
There's the white flag. 1 lap to go. They're not going to catch him unless he's out of fuel.
Yeah, no, he's not going to run out of fuel. Too many yellow flag laps during these last 90 laps. He's going to coast and collect in this last corner.
Through 3 into turn 4. Off the corner, dual checkered flags from Brian Howard, and Tony Kanaan goes from the pole position to victory lane here at Phoenix. Castroneves goes in second, Giafone third. Al Unser, good ride for Little Al. Back in fourth, then Kenny Brack, Jacques Lazier, Sharp, Fisher, and Rice.
Sure you can do that here. Watch him prove me different.
Last lap pass by Sam Hornish on Castroneves.
White flag is out. White flag. Just under a mile, about 3/4 of a mile now for Tony Kanaan. Dixon can pedal hard, but he's not going to catch him. Tony Kanaan, final 2 turns in front of him. Looking for his second IRL win and back-to-back wins at Phoenix. He loved this track. It loves him. Tony Kanaan takes the win. Dixon second. What'll happen, though, with Weldon, Barron, and Manning? Here it comes. And it's going to be Weldon, then Barron, then Manning. No change there as well. Wow, a blistering pace. 127.9 miles an hour. New race record.
69 laps since the last fuel stop.
Way.
Even with yellows, that one doesn't work.
It all comes down to this moment. The white flag comes out at the start-finish line. Just 1 to go. Teammates Kanaan, Franchitti. The move will have to come heading into 3. About 40 feet separate those 2 cars. Franchitti decides to pull a little high. Is he trying to aggravate any conditions on Kanaan's car? He's setting himself for the finish now. Tony Kanaan makes that final turn. Heads for the finish line. Franchitti doesn't have the power to get there. It's Kanaan, then Franchitti, then Alex Barron, Sam Hornish Jr., Adrian Fernandez. That's your top 5, and Tony Kanaan scores his 3rd career win and 2nd of the season. And with that, Tony Kanaan will take time by for Tony Kanaan. Hornish is right there.
1 to go. Bring it home, mate.
1 to go now. Tony Kanaan. If Hornish is going to make a move, it will have to be at the end of this long backstretch.
Watch for him to slice underneath, and
he moves to the high side, drops back in. Now Hornish going to try down to the inside.
What some blocking going on by Tony Kanaan.
And Tony Kanaan keeps him back, finishes ahead of Hornish, Castroneves, and Manning. Townsend Bell in 5th place. Buddy Rice manages 6th. Vitor Mira in 12th. And Kanaan increases his lead by
both those guys are not going to move from the line that they're in, and not even team motors, just being smart race car drivers are going to go side by side. We talked about 10 laps to go. We talked about the last lap, and we talked about the last turn. This race, Todd, will come down to the last lap and definitely the last turn coming out of 4 to see who's going to win it.
2 laps to go. This is oddly reminiscent of last year when Buddy Rice and Vitor Mira had the exact same position on the track. Danica Patrick has shuttled back to 9th place, so it was a costly pit stop, but it all comes down to this. With the white flag out, who will win at Kansas?
Look at this grandstand. Everybody's standing up and not an inch given. Weldon trying to push Kanaan up. Kanaan trying to push Weldon down. And the guy that's going to play a role in this is probably Vitor Mira. Who will he side on to sort of help slipstream?
As they come out of turn number 4, it's Dan Weldon on the inside. Tony Kanaan, his teammate. Vitor Mira tries to slip to the low side. Can he get it done? No! It's Tony Kanaan at the line. Tony Kanaan, his 5th career win, his 1st win since Nashville last year, and this is the 5th win for Andretti Green. Darren Manning, I'm sure Dan Weldon has a very bad taste in his mouth right now because it looked like he had it all done. But
let's explain what a local yellow is. That means it's yellow in that section only where the accident is.
One to go, local yellow, turn one, driver's right. Should be okay, just be a little careful through there.
White flag is out for Tony Kanaan. 1 lap left at the inaugural running of the Argent Mortgage Indy Grand Prix. And look at this replay quickly. Riding on board with Giorgio Pantano. He's got to make sure that thing's in gear. It doesn't roll back down the hill. And look at this.
He got blindsided by the left-hand side right in there. You'll see Vitor Meira coming on the inside. Just punts him off to the right. And as the car was sitting stationary, you saw a big wheel donut on the side of Pantano's car. Compliments of Vitor Meira.
Great officiating by the IndyCar stewards, giving it a local yellow. I'm sure Buddy Rice would have loved to have seen a full course yellow, would have bunched him up and given him something on the restart. That's not going to happen. It is Tony Kanaan bringing this car around. He has been flawless. He has been everywhere. For Kanaan, a man who started 3rd, he has worked his way up to 11th, and he is now bringing it home. Just 3 more turns for Tony Kanaan, and the victory will be his. Well, the folks at Andretti Green can go ahead and uncork a fine bottle of 2005 Tony Kanaan, your winner at Infineon. We'll talk to the winner and all the participants when we return to the beautiful Sonoma Valley. Tony Kanaan reigns supreme in California.
He's still trying to close in on Sam Hornish.
This time by, it'll be the white flag. It's out for Tony Kanaan. 1 mile to go. The last 2 years that they've run this race here, Tony has finished in 4th place both times. Right now, it looks like he is going to finish 3 places better, pick up his first win since Sonoma last year through turns 3 and 4. Here comes career win number 7 for Tony Kanaan at Milwaukee.
Okay, what a great drive, great pit stops, great fuel life. Well done, boys. Great job.
For the
hey, boys, that's for you guys. Just for you. That's for you.
For the first time this year, some team other than Ganassi or Penske takes home the checkered flag.
Imagine how wide that car will become for Tony Kanaan if he sees Dan Weldon even getting close.
This time by, it will be the white flag. There it is. Tony Kanaan and Dan Weldon, and Weldon has cut it down to just 0.3 of a second. That's Weldon right behind him. Does he have anything to get around Kanaan? Kanaan finished 2nd here in 2004. He was 3rd last year. Is he going to win it? Weldon is closing quickly. They're through 3 out of 4. Down the stretch, it's going to be Tony Kanaan taking the win for Andretti Green Racing. Dan Weldon in 2nd, and Dario Franchitti will cross the line in 3rd. For Kanaan, it's his 8th career win, his first since last year at Milwaukee, and the 3rd win at Twin Ring Motegi in the last 4 years. Second consecutive win here at Milwaukee. Here comes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Tony Kanaan here at the Milwaukee Mile. It'll be the 26th series win for Andretti Green Racing. That's the most of the teams. Team Penske is 2nd with 24. Here comes Tony through turns 3 and 4. He'll take the checkered flag for his 9th win of the year. Let's listen in.
Nice job, DK.
Dario Franchitti finishes 2nd, Dan Weldon 3rd, Scott Dixon 4th, Vitor Meira with a great run to come in 5th, Scott Sharp 6th, Ed Carpenter 7th, and Danica Patrick comes back to finish 8th after being a lap down. Through 3 and 4 again, Tony just able to hug the white line. Marco can do nothing. He won't open the door for him to get underneath. White flag, 1 lap to go at Michigan. A day that started, well, 7 hours and 40 minutes ago is finally going to come to conclusion. Who's going to win it? Will it be the 32-year-old Tony Kanaan from Brazil, or will it be the 20-year-old from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Marco Andretti? Down the backstretch there, wheel to wheel, going into 3. Here comes Kanaan, just like before, able to close the door and take it through 4. coming to the stretch. It will be Tony Kanaan in front with his 3rd win this season and 10th of his career, and Marco Andretti right behind. Scott Sharp comes in 3rd. Koski Matsura ties his career best 4th. Buddy Rice 5th. So a 1-2 finish for AGR. Ryan Hunter-Reay has his best oval finish in 6th. And Danica Patrick comes home in 7th. If he can hold on. Coming out of 4, here comes the white flag for Tony Kanaan. He said at the beginning of the broadcast, I've got to go win. He knew he had to lead the most laps. He's done both of those. He's got to traverse this 1.5 mile oval one more time. Scott Dixon is going to close ground on our points leader, Dario Franchitti, as they come down the backstretch and through turns 3 and 4. Tony Kanaan, it'll be his 4th win this year, the first to 4, and his 11th.
Nice job, TK. Nice job. Good job, guys. Nice job. Hey, Bruce. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Take a look. Oh, and we have a crash at the first turn after they cross the finish line. It is Koski Matsura and Dario Franchitti. It was after the finish. Dario came across the line in 8th. Koski a lap down in 11th. You saw the close finish for 2nd through about 6th position. It was Dixon, Foyt,
let off his
Andretti,
brake and took
Scheckter.
Dario out. I mean, it was totally on purpose. I'm protesting this. This is just, that's not the way to do it. I'm really disappointed in Scott, to be honest with you.
Marty?
Well, I'm not sure he's seeing the same race we're seeing. I got to be honest here. I mean, the contact was with Buddy Rice and then down further. I mean, we'd have to see it again. Oh, and Dario gets refired and will be able to come around, and I don't think he'll pick up many positions, or he might get it. He gets ahead of Dixon. That's the one thing. So there will be a few points. But this time by, there's no way that Scott's going to improve. I don't.
I think see it that way. Well, I think what he was talking about was actually after the first original contact between Dixon and Rice, and then it looked like Franchitti was going to slip through, and as Dixon's spinning around, he then turns around and takes his foot off the brake, and he's probably somewhat trying to get out of the way for
going into Watkins Glen, which I think he likes.
Yeah, he's won there like, what, 2 times in a row. White flag is out. One more lap for Tony Kanaan. It will be his first win of 2008 as he completes this one more lap of this 3/4 mile bull ring at Richmond International Raceway. It'll be the 2nd win for Andretti Green Racing this year. And here he comes around to take the checkered flag for the 13th time in his career. Tony Kanaan, your winner by 4 seconds over Elio Castroneves. Michael Andretti, more of a sigh of relief more than celebration there. There is Castroneves. 3rd place is Scott Dixon. Got around Dan Weldon.
2008, 34 races ago, and he'll come down and get the white flag. One more lap to go for Tony Kanaan. He has gone from the turn 2 wall. The 3 races that he has been here crashed out, but not today. He's going to victory lane. Tony Kanaan wins the Iowa Corn Indy 250 presented by Pioneer.
Fantastic.
E.J. Viso winds up in 3rd position. Briscoe and Power, Penske teammates, are 4th and 5th, and then comes Scott Dixon. Lindy, let's talk to Michael.
I'm sorry, around Pagano, not Kimball.
There's your leader, Tony Kanaan. The advantage is almost 4 seconds as Kanaan has taken the white flag and is on his way to yet another victory, albeit a heat race, here at Iowa Speedway. Tony Kanaan wins heat number 2.
Great job, man.
2nd place, Alex Tagliani. There's Barrichello, Wilson,
Great job,
Kimball,
nice.
Catherine Legg will finish in 6th position, finishing just ahead of James Jakes. Simona De Silvestro and Simon Pagenaud are 8th and 9th.
Buddy, 10-4. Let's cross the finish line first.
Wife Lauren, as he makes the turn out of turn 4. After years of frustration, the satisfaction of knowing his name will go on the Borg Warner Trophy, the winner.
It was something that's been already medal after all, man. I love you, brother. Great job. You're now a winner of the Indianapolis 500, my friend. Great job, Tony. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Eric, it's ours, man. It came a long time. Thank you.
An absolutely unbelievable race today. As let's hear from the happy wife. How about
extraordinary season of racing?
As it comes up to lap board A
in his old car.
White flag. So,
and 1 lap to go, guys. 249 laps in the books, and we haven't had a single failure that I'm aware of. We still have 20 cars running, I believe, with Pagenaud. Not a single reliability issue. Amazing.
Yep.
Still got to have straight away, buddy.
The old attrition rate story that we were talking about and reliability. But we got 2 different winners here on 2 very different scales. We've got a race winner and we've got a championship winner that will be decided in less than half a lap. Tony Kanaan knows what it's like to win a championship. Tony Kanaan wins the MAV TV 500 to be the 11th different winner. But we look for that Verizon Chevrolet to come to the line for Will Power to be the 2014 champion. He comes down the back straight. This has been the wait. This has been the moment that everybody has spoken about.